Coffeemel!
Cocktails! All right, so it's been a while since we visited our Coffeemel. This was bottled on 6/3/2020. It is January of 2023.
So
Where
it's 2.5 years old.
the time go? What's the percentage on this?
It is 8.9%.
8.9%.
Tigger's very excited.
Our cats have all the needs today, so there may be some cat interference, and we're just gonna ride with it.
I'm doing a small pour, because who knows how many cocktails she's going to have us drinking today.
Now, our Coffeemel has actually been my favorite Frankenstein beverage to create new and interesting cocktails, and I have yet to film any, so today is the day. But we wanted to start off with the original, with Coffeemel by itself, just straight up.
Now that Tigger's been put in the other room, let's get on to this. It's actually really beautifully clear.
Yep.
Like I said, this is 2.5 years old now. It has such a warming aroma. It's got coffee and honey all mixed together. It's very unique.
It smells bochet. I know I say that a lot.
Yeah, there's definitely a caramel type of thing going on.
It smells a lot.
It's because coffee's roasted.
It's a lot headier than I would anticipate it should be.
Now, I know Coffeemel isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I actually like it. Oh, wow. If you like coffee, you will love this. It's so smooth now. Dare I say it's dolphin smooth. There, I said it. Okay, this has a rich mouthfeel. It's a lovely chocolatey coffee flavor. The honey character is coming through. It's kind of like if you put honey in coffee, it can sometimes taste a little weird. Let it sit for like 2.5 years and it mellows out really nicely together. So this is beautiful. By the way, this isn't really a 2.5 year tasting of the Coffeemel, but we're going to give you a little indication. Wonderful brew. Love it. We are going to be redoing a Coffeemel soon. I'm hoping it comes out as good as this one is now.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really
now
good.
I'm like, well, what are we going to do?
How are we going to up this?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have plans. Hey, I was sent a coffee roaster by a fan recently, and I'm going to use that. We're going to roast our own beans and start from scratch. So that's how we're going to do it. But anyway, so yeah, moving on. That is good stuff.
So this is a really good straight up coffee. I would put it more into the liqueur category.
It kind of has a desserty. It's on the sweeter side. Yep. This is an older brew, so this is from when we used to make things really sweet. And this is probably like in the 1025 or 1030 range.
And you can see it's actually
it's stained the glass. It's stained glass. Okay. What does that tell you? Anyway.
All right. So this is going to be now my base for all the cocktails that I'm going to produce for you in this video, and I have 3 cocktails for you today. Now, these are all based off of actual cocktails that you can find out in the wilds of cocktaildom that are based on coffee. So I just did a search, Google Food to the rescue, coffee flavored cocktails, and I picked out 3 of my favorites, and shockingly enough, they all have cream in them.
What's the first one?
So the first one is going to be what many of us probably think when we think of a coffee liqueur and a cocktail, and that's a White Russian.
What kind of glass do you need for that?
I need a rocks glass, please. And this guy can go out of the way. So we're going to start our White Russian with some ice.
Yes, we have purple silicone ice cube trays.
And I have, no, we're not going to start with rice. I lied. I lied to you, and I'm sorry. It was totally non-intentional. We're going to start with the one thing I actually didn't get off the shelf yet. And that's my friend and yours, vodka. So, now a White Russian to me is an aesthetic. It's got a visual appeal to it, and that's the layers. And I'm a fan of layers, and I'm a fan of White Russians. Coincidence? I think not. So we're going to start off with 1 ounce of vodka. Today we're using Tito's. Why? Because I like it. And that's why.
And we have it.
Which is probably a more important why. In the glass it goes. Brian's in the splash zone, and he knows it because I'm a spasmo. The next thing we're going to do is 1 ounce of our Coffeemel.
Just 1?
Yep.
Doesn't seem like much.
We have 3 of these that we have to drink, so let's just...
I know. I'm just looking at balance of flavor.
Okay, we can tweak it once we do this
I'm
recipe.
gonna totally tweak stuff.
He's gonna tweak.
Not twerk.
Not twerk, that's a different show.
We don't have that show.
Next comes our ice. Hello, ice. Welcome to the party.
She's talking to ice cubes.
Beware.
We did actually do a video before this where we had to have some alcohol. Not a lot, so not
Hey,
really sure where
Brian,
this is coming from.
divulge to the audience, how often do I talk to inanimate objects?
Pretty much all the time.
And how often is alcohol actually involved in those
Very
scenarios?
rarely, actually.
See, there you go.
She gets quiet when she drinks it.
And finally, we're going to do an ounce of cream. So our cream of choice, shockingly enough, is non-dairy. This is actually an almond creamer. It is the sweet and creamy silk version.
You can use half and half, or
You can use
cream,
half-half,
or
you
whatever
can
you
use
want to
heavy
use.
cream, you can use whatever.
We don't
floats your boat.
judge. It's all good.
It says shake vigorously. So I'm shaking vigorously. Actually, shake well. That was probably more vigorously than well. It's ruined now. I've ruined everything. Alrighty.
She's doing this just because I have to edit this afterwards.
Yep. 1 ounce.
So it's 1, 1, and 1. And ice cubes.
And ice cubes. So because I was aggressive in my pour, you don't really get to see the layers as well
That's a
as you
darkened
should
stone.
have. I'm so sorry. But
And then you just do this
it
anyway.
should taste good. So since I made it, Brian gets to drink it first.
Oh, okay. It smells like a White Russian, more or less. Tastes like a pretty good White Russian, actually. I think it actually needs more Coffeemel to be a true White Russian, but as she said, we have 3 of these to make. So you can just put this over here.
Oh,
It's nice. It's actually really good.
that's yummy. I'm appreciating that.
Yeah, that is a way to use up. Yeah, this is the thing. We get asked all the time about making cocktails with our brews, and I never really think to, because here's my idea of a cocktail. I take a glass, I pour liquid in it. It's 2 ingredients. It's a cocktail. You know, I don't do the mixology thing.
Meanwhile, I'm mad scientist. I got bottles everywhere.
At most, like with my whiskey, I'll have a whiskey cocktail. I put ice cubes in.
All right, so the next thing, I actually didn't write the name down because some of these things I'm like, I don't even know what this is. I think this was called a funky monkey.
Close enough.
So the handled vessel, please. We're going funky for the funky monkey. So this is basically a banana split cocktail, all right?
Yeah, it sounds that way.
So, but this one's gonna be shaken.
Uh-oh.
So we get our shaker.
Oh boy. This is gonna be
We're gonna
good.
put some ice in here.
I have a prediction.
I have a prediction too.
What's the prediction?
Brian's gonna shake this.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. First, her hands are going to get too cold.
Yeah,
And second,
it's like I have a
I have a
towel
prediction
down
of
here
it
'cause
exploding all over the kitchen.
so sensitive to temperature. It's stupid. All right. So we need 1 ounce of our Coffeemel.
Now, depending on how strong your Coffeemel is, you might want a little bit more. I think in the White Russian, it was good. It could have used like another half an ounce. They really did need just the tiniest amount of tweak. But that also depends on the cream that you use and stuff like that. So there's various things.
And I'm going to be using Creme de Cocoa. So I'm going to do 1 ounce of that. And to go completely off the rails, my banana flavor is actually going to be our very own banana wine.
Now that's neat, because now you're using 2 of 4 ingredients are actually brews that we made.
Yep.
I like that.
So I'm going to add
Because
an ounce
I've
of this.
seen mead cocktails before, and it was like they have 1 ounce of mead with 8 ounces of other stuff, you know? In this case, it's actually mostly, well, half ours. That's cool. I like that.
And last but not least, 1 ounce of cream. Brian saw bad things happening, but I saved myself.
And now I mix it.
Now,
Sorry, I'm not a professional mixologist. I can't do the double shake thing.
I don't know if you want to do the stealth pour. You want to do the stealth pour? Oh, yeah.
I can do that. I don't know why we put this in the big mug. Got barely anything there.
Well, I just thought that's what a funky monkey should go in.
Okay, there's more in there. Come on, get out.
We're too stealthy with our pour.
It's crazy. It was like stuck behind the ice cubes or something.
All right.
The banana's going to be strong. That is not bad.
That is some goodness.
That
in a
is
glass.
pretty decent. I think it needs a little bit more of the Coffeemel. But again, that could depend on the strength of your banana wine. This banana wine is the 17.5% alcohol one. Very strong, very banana forward flavor. This is nice, don't get me wrong.
That's yummy. That is yummy.
For some reason, I see bad things happening.
I could drink a lot of that.
Yeah.
All right.
And that is just creme de cacao. Oh, wow. So the creme de cacao, do we have a...
It's.
I'm curious what the ABV is.
What does it say?
It's probably like 30%, but it's a lot of sugar.
24.
Okay, so it's 24% alcohol. So this is not even a highly alcoholic beverage by the time you get done with it. It's probably in the 15 to 18% range or less. Well, no, less because you put cream in it. Okay.
All right. I need to rinse my items. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll just drink these while you're gone. Oh, I'm going to like the next one.
All right, clear the slate.
Okay, this is gone. Do you need this still?
I do.
I didn't get to finish that one. Oh, whoa! Mm-hmm. Welcome to my world. Probably need this glass.
Oh,
since
they're yummy.
It is good.
Oh. All right.
So far, you're 2 for 2.
I love White Russian, so I thought that was going to be the winner, but the Funky Monkey.
Funky Monkey is really good. That was a good one.
That's really good. All right, so the next one is another shake. This is a toasted almond.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think if you add the vodka to it, then it's a toasted almond. And this is just a almond.
Oh, just an almond.
Maybe it's almond cream and toasted almond cream. Maybe that's what it is.
Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. We'll call it George. Hello, George.
And the other one's Steve. And we have Albert, too.
Yep. And so George needs some ice. Whoa, that was loud. I'm so sorry. My ice is getting melty. Melting. All right. That's enough. Oh, it's so cold. All right. So for this, we're using Amaretto. So it's saying 1.5 ounce.
Now this is the cheap stuff, Amaretto. Di Serrano is the one I would recommend.
Yeah.
I like that one.
We just have the cheap stuff right now.
Yeah, because we don't really drink it that much.
And we
anymore.
drank all the good stuff.
We haven't had Di Serrano in years.
Well, that's all right. So I'm just going to do 1 ounce for our taster because we've already had 2 cocktails.
That throws off all your numbers.
Well, I'm going to do mental gymnastics.
You got to do 1 1/3 of the.
1 ounce of our Coffeemel.
So now you have to do 1 1/3 of cream.
1 1/3 of cream.
She has a recipe right there. That's how I knew that.
I'll put these recipes in the
yeah.
description below for you guys. So that's 1 1/3.
1/3.
So like there,
A little bit more. That's 1/4.
there.
A little bit more.
No.
2 more drops. Trust me. That's good. It's a funnel-shaped thing, so.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Do your snap and...
Snap and grab or something like that. I don't know. All right, that's mixed enough because it's cold.
So I'm going to put the ratios for what we've prepared here, and I'm also going to put the ratios that if you want to add the vodka to make it the toasted version.
How does vodka make it toasted?
Because it's more alcohol, so it's... Or maybe, I don't know. I'll find the names again and put it in the description.
Blitzed almond.
It might be roasted, toasted almond, and this is just a toasted almond. I don't know.
Too many weird names.
Hey, that's why I wrote down the white Russian. The rest is like
foamy. That's neat. I'm tasting it first.
All right.
Ooh, Amaretto. Oh, that is good. That's my favorite one. That is amazing. Mm-hmm. Oh,
wow, the Amaretto and the Coffeemel together.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I thinking of chocolate-covered cherries?
It does kind of give a reminiscent of a fruity flavor somehow, but it shouldn't.
For some reason, I'm like, chocolate-covered cherries. And I love chocolate-covered cherries, so yay. But there's nothing in there that should
It's because I believe chocolate-covered cherries, the cherry cordials, they do actually have some sort of an almond flavoring in them.
Yeah, it's probably like an amaretto.
There's probably amaretto. Amaretto liqueur in cherries with chocolate on the outside.
There you go. That makes sense.
This is good.
All right, so can you make more cocktails with Coffeemel? Yes, you can. And I encourage you to do so because
And we might have to do a part 2 to this
these were delicious.
This is a great way to use these things up. And what I also notice is most of them aren't super highly alcoholic. So if you have friends over that really aren't into high ABV stuff or don't really, you don't want to get drunk that day or you just want to be able to enjoy yourself, this is a great way to do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wouldn't say these are health drinks, but
no, because
we're talking alcoholic drinks
it with
anyway.
Cream,
Yeah.
so
But honestly, all 3 of these were incredible. I'd say all 3 were a win. The Amaretto one was my favorite, though. That is incredible, especially considering we used the cheap Amaretto.
Right. One little note that I want to put in here before we say goodbye is that the technique actually makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
When I was doing my testers, I was just dumping stuff in a glass, and it was kind of, all those flavors go good together, but it changes when you do the mixing with the ice.
It gets frothy.
It gets frothy.
It adds to the experience. The textures are different. Yep.
It's velvety smooth. Velvety smooth.
Yeah.
And that's lovely.
That was beautiful. Good job, babe. I'm impressed.
Go team.
And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.
Bye-bye.
As always, guys. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.
Bye-bye.